Okay, we're gonna try to do a 737 speed run. So 77,000 feet. And submission.
Good morning, everyone. Let's make this flight to Charlotte a great experience.
Okay, ground power. Nav on. Emergency power. Fasten seat belts. Lights. Cute.
Captain, it's Loretta the Pursuer. Ready to board passengers. Waiting on your go-ahead.
Okay, start the boarding.
Heathrow ground, Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488. Could you please get the passengers on board? Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488. The jetway is going to be connected.
Stop boarding.
Heathrow ground, Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488. I am done with the boarding.
Boarding finished, Captain.
Heathrow ground, Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488.
Course
Could you please send the baggage? Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488. Baggage is on the way. Heathrow ground, Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488. Could you please send the catering truck? Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488. The catering truck is on the road. Heathrow ground, Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488. Ready to copy IFR clearance to Charlotte. Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488 is cleared to Charlotte Airport via the Charlie Papa Tango Tree Foxtrot departure. Expect runway 27 right, maintain 8,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.475, squawk 0651. Clear to Charlotte via the Charlie Papa Tango Tree Foxtrot departure. Runway 27 right, maintain 8,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.475, squawk 0651. Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488. Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488. Readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.705 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Currently at 50% fuel
Summit
capacity,
Delta
Captain.
Sierra Tango 488.
Captain,
Requesting
we've only got
pushback.
25% fuel remaining.
Summit Delta Sierra
Cancel.
Tango 488. Pushback request accepted. Heathrow ground,
Add fuel if
Summit
you need
Delta
it.
Sierra
Still more in
Tango
place, Captain.
488. Requesting the end of pushback.
Pushback is complete.
Summit Delta Sierra
Skip.
Tango 488. Request to end pushback received.
You are cleared to start engines.
Okay. Engines are already
Luggage
magically
loading now
started.
complete.
Heathrow Tower, Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488. Ready for departure. Runway 27 right. IFR to Charlotte.
So 27 right.
Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488, QNH 1017. Cleared for takeoff runway 27 right. Cleared for takeoff runway 27 right. Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488.
Okay, you want to get level change, heading select.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for takeoff. Please ensure your seat belt is fastened tightly, your seat is in the upright position, and your tray table is securely stored. Thank you.
Make sure your auto throttle is armed. Choke a button. Coming up, autopilot on, flaps up the rest of the way. Now if you want and you have the path, you can go and go all now.
London Center on 118.475. Good day.
Acknowledge handoff, do not
Going to
automatically do
118.475. Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488.
sim rate 1. Which is 2x. If you want. Make sure gears up, flaps up. Might want to increase your speed, especially if you're heavy. At this point, you can skip to descent.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Today, I'm assisted by co-pilot Betty Robertson. Welcome aboard flight DST-488, inbound to Charlotte. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 7,700 feet and at an airspeed of 250 knots. It's 8:45 a.m. On behalf of all crew members, we thank you for flying with us today. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight. Thank you.
All right, and I'm not gonna skip, but I will be back with you when we would arrive at the arrival point from a descent. Hey there, we are back. We are back in contact with ATC. They changed our runway. So we're now coming in on 36 center instead of 180. So if that happens, make sure you get your new ILS frequencies dialed in, your new courses entered. They will, you know, if you go to arrivals here, you can change your selection, and then when you go back to approach, you'll see it here. You'll see the details. So frequency, course. And then you select and paste in your flap speed. So I've selected 30 and 136. All right, so we got legs.
Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488, contact Atlanta Center on 133.15. Good day.
LNAV on here.
133.15. Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488. Atlanta Center. Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488. 8,000 feet.
Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488. Atlanta Center, altimeter tree 010. Radar contact. Continue to SLOMN. Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488 contact Charlotte approach on 120.05. Good day.
Going to 120.05. Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488. Charlotte approach. Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488, 8,000 feet.
Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488, Charlotte approach, altimeter tree 010, radar contact, continue to SLOMN. Summit
So
Delta
sometimes-
Sierra Tango 488, descend and maintain 7,400 feet.
Sometimes when you skip to descent, you'll be basically right here. You can just hit approach mode.
Maintain
Sometimes you'll
present
be on the
altitude.
opposite
Summit
side.
Delta
and have to
Sierra
come
Tango
around.
488.
We're just gonna VNAV it. Otherwise,
Summit
I'll have
Delta
you
Sierra
step,
Tango
step, step,
488,
step.
descend and maintain 6,300 feet.
So,
Descend and maintain 6,300 feet. Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488.
so we're a little bit above the glide slope, so we could go ahead and hit approach mode. And because we're above the glide path, unfortunately, what you might need to do is like descend a little faster.
Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488, descend and maintain 5,300 feet.
Descend and maintain 5,300 feet. Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488.
Got a glide slope block now. So if you're careful, you could separate a little bit at this point to save a couple of minutes. Maybe I'll go 2x here.
Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488, contact Charlotte Tower on 126.4 when inbound on the approach.
You don't want to get too
Tower
far
on
behind the
126.4. Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488. Charlotte Tower, Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488, 14 miles south, inbound ILS runway tree 6 center approach.
Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488, Charlotte Tower. Altimeter tree 011, cleared ILS runway tree 6 center approach.
Okay, now we're cleared for the approach.
Cleared ILS runway tree 6 center approach. Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488.
Technically we should be slowing down here as well. close enough now. We'll go ahead and start getting our flaps out. Cleared to land, which will happen right about this point, 5 nautical miles out. And you can get your gear down. You can do it anytime you want, really.
Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488, wind tree 48 at tree, clear to land runway tree 6 center.
Clear to land runway tree 6 center. Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488.
And then you can decide if you want to ride the ILS out or what you want to do. Let's go ahead and get auto throttle off. And get our throttle dialed in about where we want to cruise in here. Which is about 140.
1,000.
I find it helps to make note of the current N1 and then get close to wherever it was. And you just make little adjustments from there. More visibility today. So I'm going to be looking for 30 feet, and then we're going to start slowly moving the throttle back. Don't just yank it back. You don't want to just yank the power out. It'll cause it to come down really hard. If it's all over the place, you might want to do a go around and land by hand if you're better than it is.
100. Approaching minimums.
Coming in awfully flat
50,
here.
40, 30.
There's our 30, so pulling the power back. Still about 50% power right now. Okay, now idle. That's my idle there. Right, reverser. Going to get autopilot off here to control of the we're just letting auto brake 1 slow us down there. Okay, reverser's coming out. Okay, we're going to go ahead and make this turn off, so I'm going to apply the brakes.
Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488, exit runway when able.
Spoilers off there. Make sure you get your speed down before you exit so you don't get taxi speeding coming off the runway, even though you should be able to be going a little bit faster there.
Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488. Contact ground on 129.8.
129.8.
129.8. Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488. Ground, Summit Delta Sierra Tango
Delta
488.
Sierra Tango
Taxi to parking.
488. Taxi to gate Alpha 1 using taxiway Echo 9er.
Taxiing to gate Alpha 1 using taxiway Echo 9er. Summit Delta Sierra Tango 488.
So you're supposed to get your flaps up here.
Ladies and gents, we have not reached the gate yet. Please remain seated until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Charlotte/Douglas International Local Time is 8:19 a.m. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until we come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Please make sure to take all your belongings with you when you get off. Be careful when opening the overhead compartment since some of the bags may have shifted during the flight. On behalf of the entire company, we would like to thank you for choosing Fly Britannia. We look forward to seeing you again. We wish you a pleasant stay in Charlotte.
I don't know where our taxiway guides are there. That's assistance is on. Guess we'll just cut across here and worried about that building there. Oh, that was an eventful flight. Wild. I ran out of fuel midair and I was asleep, and when I came and checked on it, it was at like 10,000 feet, and like, you know, the stick shaker was just going like crazy, and plane was going down, and I had to figure out how to restart the engines. It's not easy to restart them. You need to get the bleeds off, the packs off, get the APU going, get APU power, and I guess bleed on, so you can feed the compressed air into the engines to get them spinning, and then I finally got the engines started again. So, whew. And honestly, one of my better scores. Bad weather. Ah, we went up a little. Nice. 427 to 432. That's crazy. Okay, what we want to do is come out here. And if we go back in, will we see the passive? There we go. There's our passive. Okay. All right, so what I found works best for getting screenshots of all these is scroll down one. Okay, so, well, I mean, you need to remember each one here. So the R66 turbine. So scroll down one, and then slow your mouse down as much as you can. Then you want to get that to just click off. Right, so that's the, so we want the Vision Jet on the top there. Oh no, it's not working right. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. And okay, 2 Airbuses off the bottom. The G58. Oops. A Skyhawk. Okay, there we go. G2. The 210. C400. I think it was the first one. So the AT802. C90. The Robin Cap 10. CJ4. Another 802. Two Skyhawks. The DHC2. An R66, and that's off the bottom, so that's just the last one. Now we have to go do all that data entry. So that's all the more that insurance cost us for 5 hours. We made many, many millions. To me, it's worth it. Okay, so we're up about 50 million there. Great.